You're welcome to the business news. Reactions have continued to trail the federal government's plan to ban importation of tomato paste before the end of this year. Commenting on this development, the Executive Secretary of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria in charge of Oyo, Osun, Ondo and Ekiti states, Olalekan Edunjobi, said the move is the right step to grow the economy. Edunjobi asserted that the country has the capacity to grow the product locally.
It is a right step in the sense that if we want to grow our industry, we want to grow the agricultural sector, such policy should stay. Because when we check, other countries like China and all these advanced countries that are into exportation, if their government has not done similar thing in their own country, they won't have, the ability to be exporting to us. So we should also learn from that and start from somewhere.
However, a professor of economics at the University of Ibadan, Professor Lanre Olaniyan, who said the move may be to protect infant industries, maintained that the government ought to ensure that the farm produce is not lost. They don't call for the provision of infrastructure to move the produce from rural areas to urban centers.
Importation of tomatoes, it depends on the type of analysis that we have. One of the things that people have could be to protect the infant industries, to say that Nigeria produces a lot of tomatoes, so why do we need to import, especially when those imports is hampering the development of the tomato production sector in the economy. But of course that we know that Nigeria has a problem with infrastructure. There's a lot of post-harvest loss in the tomato sector in Nigeria. During the season, you find a lot of them being sold at extremely cheap rate. So the starting point for government is not banned. The starting point is to make sure that what is produced in Nigeria is used. We make sure that they are not lost. We make sure that we provide enough infrastructure to be able to move them from the rural areas to the urban areas, and we also have companies or businesses that will process these tomato. That leads us to a situation where the agribusiness becomes an issue. Government, private sectors must improve on the agribusiness sector in this country.
It will be recalled that the Minister of Agriculture, Audu Ogbe, recently said the ban is aimed at encouraging massive production of tomato by local farmers. And now to the stock market report. Stockbrokers acting on the instruction of investors traded in a total of 213 million ordinary shares valued at 2.1 billion naira. When the closing bell rang, Access Bank PLC for the second consecutive day led the activity chart with 83 million ordinary shares valued at 530 million naira. Zenith Bank PLC came second on the activity chart with 19.2 million ordinary shares valued at 422 million naira. Access Bank PLC topped the gainers chart with 55 kobo to close trading at 6 naira 50 kobo. Dangote Flour came second with a 40 kobo gain to close at 11 naira 30 kobo. However, Nestle Nigeria PLC for the second consecutive day led the pack of losers with a drop of 26 naira 60 kobo to close trading at 1,500 naira. Better Glass dropped 7 naira 50 kobo to close dealings at 71 naira 95 kobo. All-share index closed today's trading at 31,040.84 points, a 0.13% decline when compared with Tuesday, March 19 dealings, all in a total of 3,328 transactions, while market capitalization came to a close at 11.58 trillion naira. And with that, we come to the end of the business segment of the news. I am Adegboyega Labiron, thanking you for staying with us. Over now to Moreni Keji for the next segment of the news.
Thank you, Adegboyega, and that's our package from Lagos Studio. Many thanks for watching. Back to Ibadan for more stories. I am Moreni Keji Oladuti. Good evening.